Oh, let's have a look. I need to just set up the stream. My tablet in case any chats coming. And if there's anybody watching, please put something in the chat. Might be able to see it, might not be able to see it. Excuse me. Hopefully that won't last too long. Coffee. Got my tea here. Tea with honey in it, so that should soothe the cough, right? That's what they say. Some lovely Chinese tea. Oh, YouTube. My channel. Is it working today, the stream? Yes, it seems to be working. So, oh, hi Mohammed. How can you be so quick? I've just even switched on this thing. You're amazing. So, have a look. Very first look at this. I spent hours and hours and hours setting up my own system and used it for a few streams recently. And yeah, because I didn't want to wait until really finally came around to Coriolis to do the modules. Now they have done it. It will make things so much easier. But I'm very keen to have a very first look. So this is my own Foundry, my local install. I have not done anything with it yet, other than activated the modules. So let's have a look. I'll put the keys in. So let's have a look. Here, what do I normally put in? The key ones are Coriolis. A rulebook, Last Voyage of the Ghazali. There's so many I usually do, but let's just start with those, I think. And dice so nice and dice so nice. Can't do without that. Right, save module settings. Mama, can you hear me all right? The level okay? So, we get the first two pop-ups. Now I know this is first, looks quite nice. Modifiers as well, okay. We get the first pop-ups. You should only run one import at a time, so I'll take it cautiously. Just run the first one. Should be running around in the background. Okay, looking promising, looking very good. Hopefully give me a pop-up when it's done. Perfect, he says, perfect. Good, good. So, import completed successfully. You then get how to use this module. Now, you should really read this. I won't. For the simple reason that I really want to get going. Oh, look, under the music tab, you'll find the Coriolis soundtrack. They included the soundtrack, which is really cool because it's hard to come by. Yeah, I'm playing some background music here. Fifth Nature by Strika and Cryo Chamber. Check them out. It's really good music. They gave me the permission to actually use this on stream, so that's excellent. Let's have a quick look at that. Playlist, Coriolis theme, 5 minutes. Okay, that's not so much. And I don't actually want to play that over the background. So, how many have they got? Yeah, they've got the full soundtrack here. Excellent. 7 tracks for you. First impression, very, very good. I think it's Steph who put this together, so well done, Steph. Alex, Foundry adaptation by Alex Okafor. Okay, Steph Tooth, I thought it was. But okay, I might be wrong, or it might be the same guy. So, first one is done. Last Voyage of the Ghazali. I loved that scenario. It was the first big Coriolis one I played with my guys at the club. So import that as well. And see what happens. Oh, what happened to my background music? I want that to go. Ah, it's only played one track. I guess I can play the background. Rather than Skrika. Let's play that. To check the levels. Yeah, a bit more. Now, isn't that a brilliant looking cover? I love that cover. I've got it in hardcover over here in my rack somewhere. I love that cover. That was an instant buy when I bought it at a convention. So, seems to have been supported. Again, you get the how to play, how to use this module. Nicely bookmarked everything. Okay. Search anywhere. Oh yeah, that's a really, really good module as well. So, first impressions, what are we getting? We're getting some scenes. We're getting a theater of the mind map. Okay, yeah, I forget. You have to right click and activate if you don't use the scene default thing. So you get the cover, book cover, the space station, activate a space station. Okay. Must be from the book. I don't remember this, to be honest. You get a variety of ships. Let's see, the resolution is really nice on these. So if I zoom right in, it's still nice and sharp. When I tried to get this from the PDFs, it didn't look this good. So this is much better. Have we got any walls on these? Probably not. I wouldn't bother. No, there's no walls on nodes. The Oryx. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah, again, nicely done. Looking at the grids here, not sure whether you can see it, but they're not aligned and they're a bit bigger than the background tile. I probably wouldn't bother with the grids. So if you use Oryx here, configure, I would just take the grid color opacity right the way down. So get rid of that, and then if you zoom in, it doesn't get in the way. And if you wanted to have tokens on here, then yeah, just resize the grid, I would say. Maps, look at that. We have the famous Wahib's Cantina. Many things start and finish here. Excuse me. Yeah. I have to have a coughing fit for a moment, so let me just mute the microphone for a second. That's better. So again, the grid is on here. I probably wouldn't bother with that. Or if you do, then make it maybe invisible. I think it just gets in the way of the beautiful mosaics here on the floor. What I have done as well at this time, I would have put labels on journal entries to just tell me what's what, and you don't have to share them with the players, of course. But if I point somewhere, I say, oh yeah, this is the side door, or this over here is the pet shop, if I remember correctly. Right, what else have we got? We have the third horizon map. Now on this one, I actually did quite a bit of work. I put lots of notes on it, with the systems information linked to my world anvil, and fair enough. People can't necessarily do that. But you've got the map on here, and again, the quality is pretty good, and we have a grid. Don't do grids. Yeah, nobody's going to use this as a gridded map. So first thing, yeah, again, configure it, take the grid off. And if anything, that sort of stuff, use a hex grid. So save changes. So if I go in now, I don't get the grid lines. Good, like that. Terengganu Valley, this is the location on the planet of Kua. Don't want to say too much about it. Again, we've got the grids I want to say all of them. These tower ruins have been an interesting venue for one of our very first adventures. I have a group of archaeologists, and what they did actually was they tried to dig out the tower with a jet engine. So that tells you one or two things. Excuse me again. The cough filter is supposed to filter this out. Hopefully you don't get it too bad. So we've got space. I already looked at that. Other map. That's it. Yeah, and the station, of course. Again, on the station, I have created a lot of extra... oh, that's nice and sharp. A lot of extra notes. But look at these here. It's nice and sharp, these maps. Definitely prettier than mine. Much crisper. Okay. Last one I show the Ghazali. I don't want to show too much of this because, of course, it may be something players are watching here. But we get the player handout as a scene. Interesting. I wouldn't normally do a handout as a scene. Nice picture. And to show it. What is that? Okay. Fancy pictures. Never noticed them before. I never zoomed in that far. But that's fair enough. Okay, now let's get back to the journal. Journal? Yeah, let's have a look at the journal. So we have the whole rulebook here, and there's different sections, very much like I did when I set it up. We've got weapons and equipment. Let's have a look. What does this cope if I do my... Can you zoom in on these? No. Because it would probably mess up the layout. So, portable technology. Yeah, very good. Weapons gear. Yeah, okay, and we've got all the items linked in. That's good. You can see by the little icon here in the front, it's very small. I appreciate that. You'll see that they are suitcases. So they are linked to the items, which means you can click on them to get the item description. And you can probably, let's make a quick character in a minute, you can probably drag and drop that on there. So let's create an actor. Yeah, my test character is often called Tess. So that hasn't changed. That's the same as it used to be, the layout. Yeah, let's just give this Tess a few items. I can do it straight from here, actually. You should be able to. For example, library database. Yeah, that works. Okay, great. That's lovely. Just minimize this. So yeah, we've got a lot of information here. There was a journal from the rulebook. We've got sidebars. Import dialog. All right, that's what flashes up on your screen in case you want to reread it. The importance of docking stations. All right. So I guess these are snippets where he didn't know quite where to put them and keep them findable. The important things are, of course, the skills, the talents, the combat rules, and they need to be easy to find and to navigate. All right, he's left them all together. Now, what I've done in my setup is I created a lot of very small snippets of combat rules, which allow me to link to them. So I've got my GM screen set up, and then I have the entries, and I can just click on one thing and I get that one thing. So for example, if I want to go for stress and recovery, I just have this little bit here of the text on my cutout rather than it all. We've got the tables in here, which don't format very well. Hopefully they're in roll tables. So widen it right the way out. There. Yeah. Takes a lot of screen, but you've got the full table there. That's good. Artwork in it. It's not the same as reading the paper book, but it makes it look prettier. That's good. Right, what else have we got? Index. Introduction. Yeah, that's this is where you need to go if you don't know the system at all, how to use the character sheets and so on. So it's the intro to Coriolis system. Short mute again. Oh dear, and this stream is not going to be very long because otherwise my voice will be completely gone. What else have we got? We have items. Of course we have items. We've got the core rules items, all right. And very much like they used to be configured. I'm sure he's coded it all right here. Tech tiers and so on. Let's have a look at some... Oh yeah, creature armor, very good. Critical damage items, because you can drag and drop them onto your ship sheet. You have to be careful how you say that. Ship sheet. Talents, yeah. Okay. They're all there. Rugged, no, it's tough, isn't it? Tough gives you an HP bonus. Yeah, so that's not actually configured here. That's a little bug I can already share. What it should say up here. You're used to taking a beating, you get 2 additional hit points. What it should really do is up here, hit point bonus 2. So check these things, but that's easily done, easily fixed. Creatures on there, yeah, we've got hit point buffs for them to make them a bit tougher. We've got, let's see, grape weapons. Grape rifle, which is essentially a shotgun. Okay, core rules. Yeah, that's all there. Yeah, the system, I think that the system underlying this is still a little bit limiting. So if you look at the item sheets, for example, or any of the sheets, they've got a very, very plain layout. I would love to see a style setup for this, which is not there yet. Okay, what else have we got? I keep saying that. In the actually really quick way of seeing what you have is looking at the compendium pack. So we've got the actors, quite a few. Casali, as I said, I'm not going to look at because I don't want to spoil it too much. But the general entries, all of these will have been imported in the automatic import, I'm sure. But the roll tables are going to be interesting. And good. That looks pretty good. I like it when they're numbered by the same reference numbers as the textbook. Sorry, the rulebook, because then you can find it much easier. And we've got the roll tables. Let's see whether they work. Roll tables up here. The favorite one for everybody. So he's got a 1 on here for atypical damage. Interesting. You can't roll that, so I don't know why that is there. Probably because he right-clicked on the item list, wherever the critical injuries are. And if you then do create a roll table from there, it will actually have the first entries in there. But you can't roll a 1 with that roll formula. It's not possible, so it will never come up. All right, let's see. So I now in the chat should have my critical injury. And we've got time limit D6 minutes, heal time D6. Now they have not been rolled. When I click on them, I should roll it. So that is 1 minute and heal time 6 minutes. 6 days, I think. And I should be able to take the critical injury and drag it on my character sheet. But I can't do that. Yeah, and my... oh, I had rolled them and just hadn't shown them. Is that right? That's a pity. Yeah, so we should be able to grab the item from here, drag and cross, drop it across, because if I look at critical injuries, Savage, Dracula, I'm not going to survive that very long. I go to, again, my items list, not ship. And what I do when I configure this, I put the numbers of the crits in here, so they're not alphabetically sorted, but sorted the same way. So I should be able to drag and drop that across. And then if you look, yeah, there, the stats at the bottom, you now have 7 Dracula. Roll D6 then, yeah. So that would be really good to see those dice rolls not just being done automatically, but them being copied and dragged and dropped onto the character sheet so you can remember. Wow. Can't do this much more longer, guys. So, ships, always cool, yeah, of course. What I would like to see is how he set up any other maps. So, if I drag my character on a map, for example. So let me just try one, which is sort of a battle map. Let's use the cantina. So I'm just going to grab random creatures or random this. It's cantina. Yeah, we've got a few people here. So, ooh, that doesn't look good. Now they all have the same image. Yeah, a placeholder image. And yeah, call me picky. By all means do, because I am quite picky. But what sort of format is that? Yeah, it's not round. It's not square. It's not squared off. It doesn't give me indication of anything really, other than there's somebody standing there. So I would probably want to change this. So I don't have these guys, but YHeap I might have. If you wanted to change the type of the prototype token, of course, go to image, find your own, which I might have somewhere. Where have I put it? Worlds. Coriolis. Where would I have stuck this? Never mind. I have to go to my big folder on the side. RPG, Coriolis, and I know I put it under tokens, didn't I? To make it quick to find. And then I don't find it. But I've got a whole arrangement, a library of tokens here. And if I wanted, this is YHeap, I don't know whether I have him. YHeap, there he is. It's square, it's not round. But yeah, there is an image in the book for him. Yeah, and that would have been nice to have that on there. So select file, update token, and then we've got YHeap. If I pull him on like this, look at that. Isn't that much nicer? So I don't know what it is with these sort of cutout standees. I guess it's a placeholder image. Statute of Tsar, yeah, all the same picture. Okay. I know a lot of these don't actually have pictures in the rulebook. That's why I went for YHeap, because I know he does. How about the creatures? Beasts, most of them have a placeholder. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would have resized that. You can hardly tell what it is. And this is a placeholder for something that doesn't have an image. Spirits and sarcophagi. Yeah, I can see. I guess it's a start, but I would want to go over these and fill that in properly. The gear, if I look at the weapons, for example, we have the typical ones, typical placeholder weapons. Again, you can change that or leave it as it is. It didn't really add anything, but for example, cutting torch, spare part, you could have different icons for them if you wanted to. It just means more work. Right. Will the combat tracker work? Let's have a look. And the initiative. Because I don't think we have the cards in the roll table, do we? Encounters, critical injury, shipware. No, so the card deck is not actually in here. That's a pity as well. Yeah, maybe that's easy to add, hopefully. Yeah, if you're watching this and you've made this, add the cards back in. Because they're quite cool. So if I add these to the combat tracker, can I roll initiative? Yes, I can, and highest goes first. That's good. If I gave Wahib a weapon with a bonus on initiative, it probably won't work, but you never know. So ranged pistol, I think the cricket has a... Oh look, there's the accelerator pistol has got a proper icon. Does it have a initiative bonus of 2? Yeah, I was remembering that correctly. So Wahib have a weapon. Cricket, go to items, there it is, and say it's equipped. Yeah. And if I re-roll his initiative now, let's see. Re-roll, yeah, it's not taking that in, but it never did. So what you have to do is you have to right-click on this update combatant and give him 4 instead. So that, I guess it's a bit hard because that's the underlying system, not the compendium. Yeah, so it's not really criticism of the compendium there. Or the module, but that's definitely something I would love to see. All right, I think in the interest of my voice, I leave that as the first look. What do I think? I think key points, critical points for me is it's lovely to have all this stuff. The maps are really good resolution. They are very much nicer than mine. Yeah, if you want to check out mine, there's a whole playlist of my Coriolis session of Mercy of the Icons. A good, 8 times 3.5, 4 hours, so you have a few 30 hours or so to spare. By all means, watch it. But that gives you a feel how I use it. Again, I don't think there's walls on here, walls configuration, that's all fine. You can do that yourself if you want to. But that's actually interesting for the Khasali. Does it all? Never mind. I will not look because you might be spoiling yourself. And yeah, get rid of the grids. Get rid of the grids. Maybe, yeah, with the icons. Yeah, mercy of the tokens, mercy of the icons. Having nicer icons for the characters would be nice. Not these little skinny things, but something round. Especially where the art is so brilliant in the book. There's so much art in the book. And something I really appreciated in the... that the art is included in here. Yeah, that's really nice. But what I really appreciated, the alien system by Paul Watson did, was that he included a folder just for the extra art. So if you wanted to share some art from the rulebook with the players, you just one place to go to. You could browse through and say, share this artwork, show it to the players. Because it transports a lot of mood. So if you have a location on Coriolis, yeah, let's have a quick look here. The core, yeah, you've got these lovely pictures here. But if you only want to share the picture rather than the whole thing, yeah, you might have to use show artwork. Or you might actually struggle to find this. Let me just see whether show artwork works on this. So, manage modules, quick insert. Of course, it will refresh once I've done this. So bear with me when the screen goes black. Show artwork, what I often use with my players. You can click pretty much on any picture anywhere, and it shares it with them. Have this. Shut portrait. Excuse me. Save module settings. It will reboot. Music will restart. And if I now go back to my entry here, yeah, I know it's hard to do this stuff, but if you go to the map, Coriolis Station, now I just left click and yeah, that's scene enhancement, we both change scenes. why not, if you have the core here, yeah, the core, why not just have the entry on here, Coriolis, the core, yeah, and have that over here. Yeah, you can easily change your icon if you like, colors, you cannot change all that, but for me that is so much easier as a GM to just get to it. And if you use the backgroundless pins or a pin cushion for this and you hover over it, it will give you the preview of it as well. But okay, so show artwork. Oh, I used the wrong one, sorry. Seller there where the core should be. But the point is the same. So grab that, put it down there, and I've got quick reference information. That's what Foundry is all about for me. I want to be able to get to the information quickly without having to go through a book. So, any artwork in here? Down, have I enabled show artwork? Show artwork. Yeah, I know it's a bit old, so it might not work anymore on here. But that was a really good way of doing it. Yeah, you just click on something and it will share it. On my Forge install it works, so maybe it's an updated, outmoded version of the module. But yeah, so there's some work you would still have to do, but it's lovely to have all the content in here, and I can't tell you how many hours it takes to get all this content in. So very, very well done. Alex, I think it was Alex, who made this. And you can't beat the deal. Yeah, I think this cost £8.57 or something odd like that. The Khasali on top of that was another £5, so for about 13 quid you have the whole thing configured for you. And I must have spent, when I did this, I don't know, 30, 35, 40 hours on it just to set up my own. And this is a real leg up. If you're looking to run Coriolis on here, yeah, okay, it's got some flaws. I'm sure it'll improve a little bit, but you can't really argue with the price and with the ease. So go get it. Go get it. And I'm not being sponsored for this, but right, if you found this interesting, there are more videos available. I've got some Coriolis content on Drivethru as well, which is Light Flowers, Dark Leaf, Djachroum and the Rimward Reach, and the truth about Station 18. They're all old first edition Coriolis resources that I translated into English with kind permission from Free League, and they're all pay what you want. So go there, have a look, check it out. I need to cross-promote those a little bit. Take it off. So, hope you enjoyed that. I really do need to go. And sorry, there was one question. Prayers are enabled for NPCs, is that correct? Let me have a look. Would you like them to be? Would you like them to be, Mohammed? So, actors. Let's go for an NPC. Of course, I have one. Wahib. Wahib is an NPC. So, Wahib, Scantina, get him across. Zoom right in so we can see what's going on. So I want him to do manipulation. No modifier. I will roll my beautiful dice on ice. There's no success, so I can pray to the icons. And it gives me a darkness point. So yes, you can roll, you can pray for NPCs. I don't normally do that, and I definitely should be getting a darkness point for that. By the way, if you're wondering darkness points, you can just check by clicking on the question mark up here. It will tell you what you got. For creatures as well, okay. I wouldn't do that. There might be a system setting somewhere. Configure settings, system settings. No, energy points for ships is the only one you can get here. Yeah, if you ever need to re-import it, yeah, go to the module settings, you'll find the import buttons there. Yeah, I need to have more of my modules. Definitely. So watch that out, watch out for that. But that, as I said, normally you have to keep in mind that the modules are done by one person, the underlying systems often by another. What this used to be, probably still is, written by Winx. So both of them will move at different speeds. Keep that in mind. There's a lovely ship sheet, which I haven't actually played with yet. But if you wanted to look at a creator, at a Corsair ship, for example, this is what it looks like. I created a whole animated scene with different little bits for managing space combat. I haven't used the sheet here at all. But here you've got the hull points, you've got energy points, you can drag modules onto here, disable stuff. So this reminds me a little bit of, I don't know, Masters of Orion or something. So have fun with that. I really need to go and get some more tea because my voice is really failing. If you enjoyed it, yeah, leave me a like, leave me a comment. I'm not sure when we're going to resume Coriolis. I'm currently playing Trail of Cthulhu with my club. They don't want that streamed, so there's not a lot of streaming going on. But I'm sure eventually we'll get back to this beauty here. Yeah. Mercy of the Icons. You can see it. We're going to get back to that eventually and finish off the second one in, I don't know, probably about 30 sessions or so. Right. Thanks, Mohammed, for sticking with me. Really appreciate the moral support there, because otherwise I would have given up a while ago. And I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta.